looking to understand how email marketing can help with your promotions. Guys, I have been away for a bit. For 2 weeks, I haven't posted any videos. So I've been away. I was traveling for some time. So now I'm back. I'm happy to actually do this video because it is something that is crucial, I would say, for any marketer to learn a little bit about email marketing. So the strategy that actually I'm doing or I'm sharing with you guys today in this video is something that I've been following for the last 3.5 years almost, and it has helped me hone down my skill set when it comes to email marketing. So I hope this helps you, and if you do see the value in this video, then make sure you do hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. I post 3 times a week, on a Monday and a Wednesday and a Friday, and I usually try to break things up to look at strategies, traffic sources, etc. on a Monday mainly, and then on a Wednesday go into the tech part, because unfortunately we live in a world that is highly tech oriented, and we can learn a little bit on a weekly basis. So if you're interested in that, and then obviously on a Friday I purely talk about strategy. So let's get into it. I have been using a tool, and if you guys want to see this tool, it's in the description of this video. It gives me about 100 to 200 leads every single day that I can email on daily basis. So that is one way of how I look about doing the promotion. But this strategy that I'm talking about has to do specifically, in my entire strategy, has to do with step number 2, which is when you build your email list, when you go from a cold email list to a warm email list in general. How do you build your promotions? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go back on my channel, guys, and I have a video right here that talks about the warm list and the cold list strategy. Now, the beauty of this is that the cold list, you're emailing in a certain way, you're nurturing in a certain way, and then the warm list, you're nurturing in a different way. So every single email promotion that we do has to do with relationship building, which is super important, but it also has to do with how you actually connect with your leads. And for example, if you're an affiliate marketer, it's really good to have, let's say, a week in the month actually promotions that go up. So when it comes to that week, you're looking at the entire month to go into that specific week. So you're nurturing your leads also to make sure that they have the highest possibility where you promote a certain product or service and then you make sales on it. Now, I personally prefer to work with products and services that last for a long time. So for example, I'm an affiliate for System.io, which is a tool that I use as a funnel builder. I promote that on my email list. I am an affiliate for the OLSP Academy, which is my backend program that helps teach you these skill sets. So I can focus on that. These are things that have been there for 5, 6, 10 years. It's not something that is coming up or launching every second day. So we're not talking about launch campaigns. Here we're talking about email marketing specifically to make sure that you have your monthly setup really well. Now, the way that I practice doing this is using step number 1. So step number 1 has a couple of elements to it. I hope that you're okay with me just diving into it, guys, because I really want to share enough information for you guys to practice this. And if you want detailed descriptions about anything, that there's in the description of this video, there is all the resources that you can find. Okay, so I'm just going to get into it. The step number 1, I leverage basically, as I said, a tool called My Legion Secret that gives me 100 to 200 business opportunity leads, and I'm able to email them once every 24 hours. This creates a couple of things for me. One, it creates a habit for myself where I am emailing every single day. Secondly, I'm learning how to promote those offers and services that I want, because as you can see with step 1, I'm sending out an email to an offer. I want to make a sale in the offer. That's the whole purpose behind it. But in order for me to do that, I definitely need to nurture those leads. I need to tell them about my story. I need to connect in 1 or 2 paragraphs at least about a certain topic. I am not, the way that I market to these leads and the way that it has got me results is that I do not try to focus on hype. I do not try to focus on exaggerated numbers. I just try to tell my personal story and connect with them. I have to take into perspective what kind of audience. So these are cold leads that do not know me. Remember, we spoke about, I told you can check out this video right here. It says warm list and cold list, right? So in a cold list, you're talking to people who do not know you. Whether it's a list that you've got from Facebook ads, whether it's a list that you've got from, as you can see, My Legion Secret, doesn't really matter. Cold list means that you have to nurture that audience. That is a skill set in itself. And ideally, once you know your ideal customer and the way that you're writing, your voice strategy and your style and everything else, you'll be able to put it in a nutshell, put it in a paragraph or two, a little bit about yourself and connect it to that email. I would say don't try to put too much in the email, just focus on 1 or 2 points that are part of your story, and it will connect with the offer itself. So I promote affiliate products and offers and systems and strategies and stuff like that. So because I do that, I'm able to connect it to affiliate marketing as a whole. Couple of points and couple of things that happen with everybody in this space. I connect to those things, and then I obviously tell them if they want the solution, they can get the offer itself. So that's one way of dealing with it, because you're a cold list that you want a sale. Okay. And that's great. That's great for my Lead Gen Secret, but it also helps me, because I send out an email every day, it helps me create a campaign for the cold list that I'm building in step number 2. So in step number 2, I basically send advertising, paid advertising mainly, to a landing page that collects an email address. And then the emails that I send in that campaign are specifically nurture. And then after they go through, I think it's a 60-day period of a campaign, I then put them on a list, which is called a broadcast list, and I send an email out every single day to them. That is where I am trying to connect people to my story, trying to share with them my blog posts, giving them more values, giving them more value-based content, giving them more personal information, and that generates the sale. Okay, so I'm bridging it. And the way I look at it is that in step number 2, for a cold list, you still should be broadcasting in a way that you're able to connect with your audience maybe 1 or 2 weeks of the month. And then the last week is pure promotional campaign, which means you start off, you have a deadline, you start off a promotional campaign, you even increase the frequency of the emails that you're sending to that campaign, and then you end it, and that's it. Then the following week, after the campaign, you have to slow down a bit, because again, you have to connect with them, right? So this can happen month after month or every 2 months. I alternate. So once a month I pick a tool, once a month I pick another offer that I have on the back end, and this creates an ecosystem and continuous amount of sales. The skill set here, guys, is understanding basically week 1 what to do, week 2 what to do, week 3 what to do, and week 4 what to do. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of what exactly it means, but just understand that I would not have a promotion every single week. I would have a promotion once a month. Try that, especially if you're a new person just getting started. It might take you some time to reach to this stage. This is why I believe that step number 1 is starting to you begin to understand, because in a week, let's say if you send an email every day, I make a sale usually on my Lead Gen Secret on a Monday, on a Wednesday, and a Friday. So I know on a Monday and a Wednesday I can hard sell, and a Friday I can hard sell, and on a Tuesday and a Thursday I'm able to soft sell, which basically means nurture those leads so that in case maybe it's a second email. So let's say they've joined they've come to my list on a Monday. They get an email on a Monday, they haven't purchased anything. On a Tuesday, they get another soft sell. And then on a Wednesday, they are able to then go ahead and purchase. And usually I send low ticket offers. So this is a strategy when it comes to low ticket offers. If you are interested in high ticket affiliate marketing, I would not recommend this strategy. What I would recommend, however, if you're interested in high ticket affiliate marketing, is yes, have a campaign, yes, have a broadcast email, but get them on a call with you. Because ultimately, if you want high ticket sales, guys, that is where you need to be. Either a webinar or a call is what you need to get those customers on. So don't try to sell them. Focus on the low ticket offers with your email list and the high ticket offers on the call with you. It really depends on what direction you want to go. If you want to learn a little bit more about the low high ticket range, for example, I personally use OLSP Academy on the back end. Why? Because I can send a broadcast email, and it is a promotional email that gets them onto a live. They come to a live. They may decide to get the $7 mega link, which is the offer, the front end offer. But they might decide to go to a higher ticket offer, and in that case, they're linked to me. I don't do the selling. I just guide people. As an affiliate, I'm going to say this in every single video that you see of mine. As an affiliate, we're actually bridging the gap between the problem that the person has to the solution. So if you're focused on list building, then obviously talk to the person about struggling about a list building. How has it been for you? Are you generating enough of traffic? So on and so forth. And then what the solution is, your product or service can be for list building. If the tool or software that you have solves a specific problem, which most tools and softwares do, try to specifically talk about that and how it relates to you. So these were the couple of tips that I wanted to share with you Obviously, you can practice this. You can learn this and practice this with using My Legion Secret. I just gonna want to go through a little bit of the strategy that I follow. So I use My Legion Secret to send it to an offer, as I said, every single day, and I get a sale. Once I get a sale, I use that to create a budget for myself, so I don't have to go into my pocket, and then I use that budget to spend and buy traffic for my main funnel, which builds my email list, and then I can continue this whole pattern. So the front end allows me to practice and earn, and then the back end is more long term. So tomorrow, for example, if I want to send out an email, I can go to my list, I can send out an email, and I can have a promotional email for a week or two or whatever it is. It's really up to you. I would recommend, honestly, having just a 1 week promotional, and nurturing beyond that, because the space has too much of promotion. So you stand out of the crowd by not doing the same thing as everybody else. Hope that makes sense. Again, if you do have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful. I didn't show you exactly how to do it with My Legion Secret because I have a course, and in that course, guys, it's a $1 course. It shows you the exact strategy step by step. So you can find that in the description of this video. But if you have any questions related to just how to do your email marketing promotions, feel free to ask below, because then either I'll make a follow-up video to give you guys a little bit more in detail. This is just an introductory to the email promotions, and maybe I will go into detail with them. I'll follow up with more videos so that it can help you guys a little bit more. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know again. Keep paving the way for your dreams to come true. I'm going to see you on Wednesday for another video.